Well, you know, you come in here, you're kind of like a sexy guy.
Yeah, you're not bad.
But we're not. But we're not interested in you.
But that kid.
We see your.
My goodness.
I'm done.
You're done.
I'm done.
You have a child that's 50 times cuter than you.
Yeah, 50 times.
And maybe if it's okay, we can meet.
Yeah, of course.
All right,
of course. It takes a village to raise a child.
So let's do this for a moment, and then we'll get to the real good stuff. Jonathan Rhys Meyers is here. He's played every type of character you can imagine.
The king.
Girl soccer coach, bend it like Beckham.
I forgot that you were in that. King Henry in The Tudors.
Oh, worked with Woody Allen, Match Game, right? Now he plays a role that for some reason is easy for him. A scary drifter who terrorizes
See this face.
the struggling writer Antonio Banderas. It's called Black Butterfly, and here's a clip.
Hard to speak a single word, isn't it? That's where your script fails. That was the only way to show you. The woman on the run in your script, she's about to have her throat slit. And you have her pleading with him. If she reacted like you just did, that would be realistic. I just wanted to show you some real.
That is one creepy muse.
I just want to show you some real. Jonathan Rhys Meyers, good to have you here.
Good morning.
Okay.
Thank you very much for having me back.
Yes.
So you're the sort of drifter that Antonio Banderas' character picks up, right? And then suddenly you become the psycho.
Yeah, something
Or I
like
think
that.
we kind of knew.
Yeah, Antonio's character, Paul, is a writer who has writer's block. He's staying in a house up in the mountains that he's trying to sell. And one day he's in a diner and he gets into an altercation with a trucker. He's helped out by this drifter who sort of handles the situation. Sees the drifter walking up the road, decides to give him a lift, gives him a meal, offers him a job, and then suddenly the story starts to manipulate into almost a Stockholm syndrome. The character of Jack, my character, is somebody who has an intuition for vulnerability. He sees the vulnerability that exists in Paul, Antonio Banderas' character, and decides to manipulate this to his own advantage.
And it takes all kinds of twists and turns.
It takes a few.
He starts
Yes.
by ingratiating, a couple good ideas, some support, and then, what do you know? You're in the tent and he's outside. Yeah,
Exactly.
Okay.
That's
But
kinda
it's
how it
not
works.
your usual. It's not your normal. I will say that after watching it, but I won't tell.
I was looking at all these things you've done. I liked when you played Elvis.
Oh, you're so kind. Thank you very much. So did I.
Yeah, that was.
I had a really good time playing Elvis Presley.
Yeah. Were you a little scared to play Elvis? I mean, you know, everybody has a take on Elvis.
Absolutely. He's one of those guys that, you know, everybody in the world has an Elvis Presley impression. So when they first asked me to do it, I kind of laughed a little bit because I'm from Southern Ireland. And, I didn't really think that, I was the first choice, you could imagine, to play Elvis Presley. And I only had 3 days to learn the music, the accent, do all of that sort of thing. So, so it was a bit of a rush job, to be honest. But actually, I enjoyed playing it so much.
You had to move.
People see Elvis here in the United States slightly differently to how I saw Elvis. I was very objective. Even though I loved Elvis Presley as a performer, I was not an obsessive fan. I didn't see him as the king of rock and roll. I saw him as a simple boy from Tupelo, Mississippi, who's just trying to get enough money to get his mama a house.
Yeah.
This was his main goal.
That's a good start for Elvis, though.
So if you play it from that point of view and keep it away from the rock star and keep it at just the boy,
Interesting.
and that's how it
And
works.
when you came out looking like that, I'm sure everyone on the set was like, whoa.
How much did you work on those moves?
Well, it's funny, we had this conversation yesterday, and I'm going to repeat it now because it's Good Morning LA. So they brought me to see a guy who was a ballet instructor in New Orleans to teach me how to dance like Elvis Presley. So it was a Sunday evening, I arrived to his class, and he turns around to me and he says, so you want to do an Elvis Presley impersonation? And I kind of looked at him and I said, it's not quite what I'm into, pal.
Yeah.
Well, let's see where we go with this.
He was hoping, honey.
He was hoping.
I'll tell you, he was
hoping. So the next day, we had this wonderful actor who was playing one of the musicians. Elvis had a habit of sneaking out at home to go into blues clubs.
Right. You like to watch the black musicians.
Of course he did, because he wanted to get, that's where the energy was. So he saw this one black performer performing one night. And the actor, now, I can't remember his name, forgive me. He was so good at playing his role. His moves were so good that I said to the director, I said, this is the guy. Can I not have this guy's phone number? Can I not call him and have him come over to the hotel and teach me the moves? Within 45 minutes, he taught me how to dance like Elvis
Because
Presley.
it was organic, right?
It was organic, and there was something about it that was virile, something about it that was sexy, not necessarily
so
methodical.
I'm jumping ahead here because
go on.
when you walked in here and everybody got excited you walked in here, you came in with a couple of other people. And we got very excited about the other people.
We can't help ourselves. We can't.
Is it okay? Can we bring you?
Yeah, of course.
All right, yeah.
And his name?
Yes, come on. I'm going to go introduce you.
Yes. Oh.
Both of you, come on.
Come on in, yeah. Come on in.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
You're running away.
Oh.
Don't run
Your
away.
adorable wife, okay.
So this is my little boy.
Yeah.
This is Wolf. And we're going to sit down on a chair here.
This is a happy
Yeah.
kid. He just radiates it.
This is a very happy boy. Yeah.
Hello. He looks like his mama.
He does look like his mama.
Yes, he's gorgeous. Boy, you two
He's
did
a very
good.
good boy. Thank you very, very
Yes.
much.
How did this change your life?
In every way possible.
Yeah.
It's indescribable, but he's incredibly beautiful, and now he wants his mama back. Of
How
course.
can you tell? Is there something going on right there that's going to tell you?
Yeah, no, I can
happy
just
one.
see that he wants to
I
be
think
with
he's
his mama.
taken with you. Look at that.
He is so beautiful. Yeah, good
There
for
you go.
All right, Jonathan, Black Butterfly opens in select theaters on Friday,
And the butterfly isn't real. That's makeup, right?
and then it's also available on demand.
Yes, it's makeup. I don't have a butterfly on my back. Yeah.
You know, it was,
had all kinds
it
of
was
tats
great to have
going
you
on.
here. It was great to have him here.
Yeah, it was a pleasure. It was a
You're
pleasure.
Thank you, Jonathan.
lovely. Your stories are lovely. You're just, thank you.
All right, still to come.
It's been a pleasure.
Yes,
The big two-part